G'day, I'm going to try and do this one over the shoulder today. If you've got a Hilux N70 and you want to change over your windscreen wiper stalk, this is how you do it. So first of things, why would you want to change over your windscreen wiper stalk? Well, if you've got a Hilux workmate, then all you have on your indicator stalk is 1, 2. That's all you got, right? You've got intermittent and high. That's all you have. You only got 2 speeds, and the first one's too fast, and then the second one's super duper fast. Whereas if you've got some of the SRs, particularly in the later models, and all of the SR5s, as best as I understand, you've got 1, 2, 3, as well as your intermittent upwards, and then you've got the dial at the tops on the side as well, so you can adjust your speed. So, you know, and obviously you got your pull for your squirters as well. So not hard, pretty simple to do. First of all, you need a wiper stalk. Wiper stalks you can find pretty easily. Like really what you'd want to do is pick it up like a pick apart or something like that. You know, you'll get it a bit cheaper. I got both sides here because we've got a fog light one here, which we'll detail later. So what you do, disconnect the battery. Once you've got that, now off any Hilux will do. Now you don't need both sides. Now this is the easiest side to replace because it'll just click out. So what you do is disconnect the battery, turn the key, what I do before I give it a minute, obviously horns beeping, battery still on, disconnect your battery. I leave it for a bit, turn the ignition on, make sure she don't start, it hasn't accidentally come and reconnected or something, make sure it's firmly out of the way. Put your foot on the brake, your brake lights don't come on, there's no more power in the system. You take off your little panels here and here, just a screwdriver will pop them out. Torx keys under here, 2 of them. Take the airbag out, a little like fine screwdriver, really fine tip screwdriver, and just lever out the retainer on the airbag, and then there's an earth wire at the bottom, pull that out. Take your airbag away, set it down, gentle with the airbag. And then you've got a nut in the middle of it, 19 mil, I think it is. Undo that, take the nut off, and then get a harmonic balancer puller, or if you've got a specialized steering wheel removing tool, I just use a harmonic balancer removal tool. 2 bolts that are tapped into the steering wheel, and then your big bolt down the middle that puts pressure, that'll pop your steering wheel off, take your steering wheel off, set it aside. There'll be 2 plugs if you've got steering wheel controls and cruise control. There'll be 2 plugs into your clock spring. Unplug that and just push down, pull out, then your steering wheel will come away. They'll plug go, and you'll be left with your clock spring. Your clock springs got 2 plugs at the bottom. One of them just squeeze pull, the second one is you've got to actually pull the clip back towards the door and then it'll slide out. So squeeze, pull, and then push, and then pull it. It'll come off. Clock spring has 1 clip at the top and 2 clips either side. Squeeze them, pull the clock spring off. With the clock spring, make sure it's when you take your steering wheel off, you want it oriented square, and when you take your clock spring off, you want to take it off oriented square. Set it down because you want to put it on exactly the way it was. Right? Take it off exactly. Boom. Then later. Boom. Take clock spring out. Now you'll have access now, but well, the step before that is you've got a steering wheel cover here and here. So you've got 2 screws there behind the steering wheel, and then you've got one under here where the steering wheel, where your adjustment is, up and down. At the back of that, there's a Phillips head screw. You need to take that out as well. It's up under the dash at the back of where your up and down on your steering column is. That's where that screw is. Then have your key out of the ignition. You can break those apart. You can take them out if you want to. You don't need to, but you can break them apart. Then you'll see with your clock spring gone, then you'll see your indicators. And it's just 2 clips, and you just pull your clips down, and then this will come out. You'll see it in the replacement one you get. If it's just this side, you'll see the 2 clips where it clips in. You push them down, and it'll just come out. There's 2 plugs. You do need to take that electrical plug out. There's a plug here and a plug there. Unplug them on your indicator stalks, then pull them away, and then that's that's all you need to do. Pull that out, and then that will come away. You don't need to take it off, which is kind of neat. You can leave the indicator stalk behind and just pull that one out, nice and simple. And then it'll just click back in, put your electrical connector on there, clock spring, and do everything in reverse till you get back to this stage. That's all you need to do, and this will work. So this is a Hilux Workmate 2012. And this only, again, had 1, 2, that's all it had. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, and I've got the adjustment here, and everything else works. So very simple, check to do. You can do it 10 minutes, it doesn't take long, and you'll get that additional functionality. Now, I got this stalk with this one, which had included the fog light for about $80 or something. I've seen these indicator stalks on their own for $80. If you're in a misty day, that $80 is well spent, but I'll leave it to your discretion as to whether you want to do it. But it's not a complicated thing. You can do it in a very, very short amount of time. So nice and simple. That's how you do that one. Watch for the other one. We'll show you how to do the other side. And that video will have an additional video showing you the different components as well. So if that doesn't make sense about how these two come apart, watch for the next video, and that'll show that as well. Thanks for watching.